Hey everybody, Mr. Chubby. I wanted to come on here today to talk to you about this Elikliv dual laser measuring tool. This is the model SW-211R. This is one of my favorite tools that our partner Elikliv has sent to us to try out, and I'm going to show you why today. This thing has got so many features, it's unreal. But if you are into any type of remodeling or measuring or carpentry work, you're going to love something like this. And I'm going to show you as we unbox it. First of all your specifications are here on the side if you guys wanted to pause right there and read. But it has a 3.7 volt rechargeable battery with a USB-C charger. Now, if you watched the last video, I reviewed the 2-in-1 laser tape measure. And this also works as a laser measure, but it also has some other cool features. So it's not as, doesn't have every single feature that the other one has, but this one has its own unique features. And you have seen us use tape measures that are electronic while we're touring tiny homes. And we love these things. The one I use, I bought at Lowe's until now. I got this one. But the one I normally use, I bought at Lowe's, and you have to put AAA batteries in it all the time. This one is rechargeable, which saves a lot of money. And you can see it comes with the USB charger. It does not come with the brick, but it comes with the USB charger that you plug in, the USB-C. Now, to be honest with you, I haven't even charged this one. You can see that this unit came charged. I haven't undone this, and I've used this quite a bit. Not as much as the other model, because I've been doing things where I've used a manual tape measure, and the other model does have the manual tape measure. But I've used this one quite a bit, and it still has plenty of charge. So I love the longevity of the batteries. But comes with a nice user manual, and as you can see by the dog-eared page there, I have studied this user manual quite a bit, because Tammy and I, we don't like to review products unless we have used them and used them and used them and learned a lot about them to where we can recommend them to you or not recommend them, or where we can at least tell you there's a lot of good features and a few bad features. But this one, let me get it out of this case. I love that it comes in this case, protective case. This is a hard case or semi-hard, whatever you want to call it. I have some guitar cases that are like that. Very, very protective. Comes with the manual, comes with the charger, and it comes with this little piece here, which I'm pretty sure is related to your calibration, because it does have a calibration mode. If you test it and think it's a little bit out of calibration, you can simply calibrate it. But let's go over the exterior a little bit. This is the back. You can see it has a mount right here where you could put this on a tripod and use it, which is a really, really cool feature. Most camera tripods have those screw-in type fittings that will fit into that. And it's a lithium-ion battery, class 2 laser. It is made in China, but is very durable. It does have a place here where you can put a strap through there if you would like. I don't believe this came with a strap. There's a recharging port. And this is actually, let me point this out, magnetic. And I have used that magnetic feature a couple of times. That's a powerful magnet on the back of that thing. Here's your front, and here is the other side. Nothing special about that. Just got plenty of ridges so you can grip it. Now, one thing I want to show you. This end has a laser. This end has a laser. And that's one of the coolest features about this, is it has a dual measurement, dual laser. That's what it's called. Dual laser measuring tool. What's cool about it is no longer does Mr. Chubby have to walk all the way to this wall and hold a tape measure up against it to measure the whole length. He can just stand in the middle of the room, and this will measure that direction. Let me get this right. I'm trying to do this by myself. Miss Tammy's taking a hiatus. She's been working around the house all day. It will measure that direction and that direction from anywhere I stand. So I don't have to go to the edge of the room or anything like that. I can just stand in the middle of the room and it will measure for me. Now here's your display. This one, like the LTM-01, the SW-211R, has 6 different measurement units, as I would like to call them. You can measure in meters and centimeters and things like that, or you can measure in standard units, which we use in the United States. Long press to get it to come on. Look at that cool display. Now the display, let me show you a few things about the display. First of all, right here where my thumb is, you see the crack in my thumb. It's been so dry lately, my fingers are cracking. This is saying that it is measuring toward the table if I want to take a measurement. But if I click this button, the unit and the directional button, if it's long press, you're going to change your units. You see I already have it in inches, feet and inches. But you can click this short click, and now I'm measuring the other direction, upward. Or I can click it again, and I'm measuring from the edge upward. Or I can do bidirectional. Now the other tape measure did the same thing, where you measure, like if I measure from the back, let's say I'm measuring down, it's measuring from this edge, as you can see by that display. But a click, and I'm measuring from the bottom edge forward. Now this is a third measurement mode from the front edge. It won't do it on the bottom, but it'll do it on the top. And then the last mode is bidirectional. Let me try to zoom out a little bit and show you what this bidirectional does, which is really, I mean, it'll measure like a regular electronic laser tape measure, but this bidirectional thing is just too cool. That's why I like this one so much. Let me put this box here, and I've got this box here, and I'm going to hit the measure. I'm going to set this in the middle, hit the measure. Now you see I've got flashing. Now that flashing is because I'm in continuous measurement mode, but it says I'm at 1 foot 7 inches between the two. Now this is not continuous. This is just a single measurement, and it measured the same because I didn't move it. But it has a continuous measurement mode. Let me try to get it. There we go. Continuous measurement. So it says 1 foot 6, and it also gives me a minimum and a maximum. If I move this, 1 foot 8, 1 foot 9, I'm moving this box. 1 foot 10. So it will give you minimum and maximum on this bidirectional. So I don't want to kill the battery, but as I said, it came, here's the battery. It came out of the box charged, and I still have that much battery. And I've been playing with this thing for quite a while. Let me show you a couple other things. Now it's reading maximum and minimum right there, and it goes to 16ths for standard units, which is one of the only drawbacks I have with this unit. I like to see 30 seconds, but that would be for using it for carpentry and a lot of remodeling stuff and things like that, trim work and stuff like that. But for our general measurements around tiny homes and things like that, a 1/4 inch is fine, or 1 inch. I typically just give you guys dimensions in 1 inch. But I'm going to go back to just front measurement just for now to just show you. It is just a standard. And you've got to click the button once to get your laser light on, and then click a second time when you want a measurement. So I'm 1 foot 3 inches away from that wall. Now let's talk about a few other things on the display, just so you can see some of the cool features. Do you see this bar, rounded edge bar with the yellowish green light? That, believe it or not, is a laser bubble. It's for level. You see how it turned green? Now watch, it's going to turn yellow as I tilt, and then it's going to go red as I'm really out of level. But as I go back down towards the table, it turns yellow, and finally it'll turn, if my table's level, a nice green right there. So it's got that cool laser or built-in level function. I don't want to say it's laser, but I keep getting laser and level mixed up. But that is a really cool feature of this unit. It does have a backlight. You saw it go dim. I just touched the button and it got brighter. Here is another cool feature. You see this angle? That tells me the angle. So if I'm not quite level, which shows I'm at a 0-degree angle, but as I go a little bit out of level, because my table's on a carpet, it's going to be a little out of level. It tells me what my angle is. Now, as I raise this, you see I'm raising this off the table. Look at that angle go up and up and up and up and up. That goes up, I'm right around 30 degrees, 28.6. Now I'm in the 40s, 46, 45 degrees. So it's got an angle measurement, which is really, really cool, especially if you're cutting angles for trim work, or if you're just trying to figure out what the slope of something is, or if I'm trying to tell you what the slope of a roof pitch is on a tiny home, it has that feature. Now, like the previous unit that I reviewed, this one will also stack. It'll add your measurements. So you can measure one segment of a room, or you can measure one segment of a, let's say we're talking about a tiny house and we're outside and we're looking at the different siding, and it might have lap siding up to a certain point, and then it has maybe a little bit of vinyl siding, and it goes back to lap siding. And I want to tell you, from here to here is 18 feet of lap siding, and from here to here is 10 feet of vinyl siding, and from here to here is 22 feet of lap siding. Well, it will add all that up and give me a total value as well. So it would be 12 plus 22 plus 8, or 10. So it would come up with a calculation and just keep those values for you. So it's got that function. And like the other unit that we reviewed, it has several other features, which we're going to talk about in just a second. But I want to tell you, if you like this kind of content, us reviewing some products, again, this is from Elikliv. This is the SW-211R. We'd enjoy it if you guys would like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We don't do a lot of product reviews, but occasionally we do. And as we're moving into a new home, we have to remodel. And as we remodeled our last one that we sold, we're getting into more remodeling type products that people are wanting to show us. And we use them, we try them out, and then if we like the product, we will bring it to you. And we will put in the description below a link where you can purchase this product, or you can go to their Amazon page and purchase any myriad of their products that they might have. You see it has auto turn off feature. There that is. Let's go over a couple of the other features. Before we get too deep in the weeds on some of the other features, I just remembered I want to tell you this. You see how I'm holding this way? In the whole video I've been showing you this. And the angle is showing whatever angle I am off of the table. But this also works this direction. And you see the screen flips when I go this direction. So I can measure angle this way as well. And you can see I am at a negative 0.4 degree. My table's not level. It's sitting on brand new carpet. I haven't got it perfectly level, but I do got the green dot. But it'll work this direction and give you an angle and your level bubble, or it'll work this direction and do the same. And you can lock your screen. Now, as with the LTM-01, this model, the SW-211R, will also calculate your area. And I'll put a link up here, right about here for you guys. You can check out the LTM-01. It's got the actual tape measure. This one does not have that, but this really doesn't need it. I like the dual measuring feature, but bi-directional or whatever you want to call it, where it measures out of both sides. But this will calculate area. So if I am trying to figure out square footage for a room, we have put carpet in our house, but we are getting ready to do our flooring, our other flooring, or um, luxury vinyl flooring. And I can calculate my area of a room by just measuring length and width, and this will just do the calculation of area for me. It just has a little microprocessor in there that'll do the calculation. So when you set it to the area measurement, it will automatically tell you what your area is. Likewise, like the other unit, it not only does area, but it will add up area. That's what was called metope in the other one. Metope is like if you're going to paint multiple walls and you want to calculate your square footage so you know what your how much paint demand you're going to have, you can measure this wall, then you can measure this wall, then you can go measure another wall, then you can go measure another wall, all the areas, and it will add up all those areas and tell you what your total area is. And you can do that as well for, you know, floors. If you're flooring multiple rooms and you need to make measurements and you don't want to keep writing them down and have to calculate them, this will just do that for you, save you a little bit of work, which is a cool feature. This also has the Pythagorean theorem set up. I discussed that in the other one, and what was that good for? We talked about it in the last video. If I want to know the height of, let's say, this piece of wall here that I have, my display wall, but I don't, it's too tall for me to go measure. I can set right here and measure to the wall, my distance to the wall. Then I can point my laser to the top edge of the wall, and it'll take the calculation of A and the hypotenuse, this one, this measurement, and it will tell me what the height is. Okay guys, I'm going to show you how this works. This button here says Fun Record. Now that doesn't mean we're having fun, which we are though, but it means function. So if you hit that function button, you can change your different functions, and I have it set right now for illustrating the Pythagorean theorem, which I'm going to show you right now how we do this. I'm going to set this right here at the edge of the table. I have the measurement set from the back side, which is where I'm at, the back side at the edge of the table, and I'm going to measure the distance to this wall. The first measurement I have to measure to the top edge, and then the second measurement I have to measure to the bottom, and then the unit is going to tell me how tall the wall is. Let's do this. It's very closely. I'm going to hit measure. And I got my laser light, and I'm going to point it as close as I can to the top edge, and I'm going to click measure. Whoops, I missed. I just hit clear, and I do it again. One more try. Okay, it says I'm 2.59 feet. Now my next measurement is going to be from the edge to the wall itself, at the base. Now it says That was 1.68 feet, and it calculates the height at 1.97 feet, which is pretty daggone accurate because that is a 2 foot by 2 foot sheet of drywall that we have purchased to do some repair in the house. So that is how you do that with this unit. Now, not only does it do the Pythagorean theorem to calculate your distances in a triangle, but it'll also do, like I said earlier, area, volume. You can do length, width, and height, and it will calculate your volume. And again, it's got the level bubble. It's got the magnet on the back. It's got your angle measurement. It's got self-calibration process. It has area, volume, wall area measurement, or metope, whatever you want to call that, and the indirect Pythagorean theorem measurement, which we just illustrated, which really, and I'll show you how it has 4 modes, very similar to the other one. I'm going to show you, and that's why I've been flipping through the manual. But what I just did was this one where my pinky is, and then you can measure like this, or this, or this, and figure out where all the X's are to help you with your distances. So it's really, really functional for those things. Now for us, again, I mentioned this earlier, it has an addition and subtraction, which I was talking about various walls and wall types and things like that. So I think I've given you a pretty good rundown of what this does. The records is where it just records your measurement. And then again, it's got a charger, rechargeable. Got your error messages. But it's a very, very nice unit. I really enjoy using this thing, and it's going to make life so much easier for us. We're going to show you using this in some of our videos, how much easier it is to have a rechargeable one where you don't have to worry about swapping batteries. And it has a long life. We've used this thing for probably 2 months off and on. Haven't used it a ton, but we have used it a bit. A very good unit, very durable. It's not super duper heavy. It is magnetic. And like I say, it's a dual laser, which really helps if you're standing in the middle of a room and you don't want to have to walk to the other side to measure the distance. That's going to come in so handy when we're measuring, giving you guys measurements of tiny homes. Comes with a nice durable case. Only thing I wish it had come with a, oh, wait a minute, it does. Deep down inside, there is a strap. Oh, yes, it does. So you can put that strap right here on the edge. And I'm going to do that just as soon as I click off the video. But anyway, I'm going to put a link in the description below. So you guys interested in purchasing this, you can purchase from our Amazon store, or you can go directly to Elikliv's Amazon store and look at all the products they have. Use our product code below and you can get a discount. And we hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit like, share it with your friends, and subscribe. And support our YouTube partners here that are helping us out quite a bit. Well, thank you guys. We'll see you on the next